Eagles, Coach Danny checking in. We're going to review the film from today. Unfortunately, we only got 11 out of the 16 clips up, but let's get better on the plays that we have out here. Now, I will say, after reviewing the film, things did not go quite as smoothly as I thought they did, on the field. And a lot of that was, guys making big plays and compensating for some mistakes that were made. So props to you guys. I mean, that's all credit to you there. But I just want you guys to see, look what we did when we made a bunch of mistakes, and imagine how much better we can be when we clean this stuff up. I mean, really, we have potential to do something very special here. All right. So let's start with this first play. We're in Trey left gun. We're gonna run 65 H Vegas. Okay. What I'm gonna do for this video is I am going to draw up all the routes for our pass plays to make sure we know what we should have. Okay, so the call is 65 for the back. 60 means we're in six-man protection. So back has B gap first. So he's going to check protection here to one of these two blitz threats. If nobody comes, then he is going to run his 5 route, which is a chair route. Okay, so with the chair route, we're going to block. We'd get here to the outside backer, break in at 5. Okay, that's a chair route. We're running Vegas out of 3-by-1, so we need to spread the field equally. Outside receivers, get to the bottom of the numbers, get by your corner. Okay, that's why I want you on the top of the numbers so you have room to outside release, leave space for the quarterback. Okay, the number 3 receiver in trips, which is the tight end here, has to run a cross hash vert. So like we said, we want to go over. We want to go under the Sam, the strong side backer, over the mic to the crosshash and get vertical on the hash. Okay, that way we can spread the field and make this guy have to pick between your route or G's route, which is a hash seam, and versus 2 high coverage, this hash seam can convert into a skinny post at 10. Okay, but here we're in 1 high, so G we should just be going up the seam. Okay, so those are the routes for 65 H Vegas here. Okay. Protection wise, 60 protection, we have the back to help, but it's 65. Odd number means we're going to slide left, so we should be kick here, and everyone else is sliding left. So Torres, that's your guy. Cena, nobody in your gap, look for work. Set here, nobody shows, we come and help. Okay. Dom, guy in your gap, here you go. Juan, you got to kick to the defensive end. Okay. So we should be good in pass protection. Now, as we run the clip, pass pro wise, Cena, we decide to keep going to the left. I'm fine with that. We got to get a better effort out of Torres, though. Okay, specifically Torres, when it comes to pass protection, we got to keep pounding the post. So you take one post step, but then you open the door. You can see your shoulders are turned. We're opening the door to allow the pass rusher in. We got to keep bringing that inside foot to the post and cut off his angle. Closest path to the quarterback's up the middle. We have to make that guy go around us, and we got to fight to win the inside here. Okay. Everywhere else, we're pretty good. Eventually, however, Dom, we get beat by a swim move here on this 3-tech. I don't know who this is, but that guy's in your gap, dude. We can't have this breakdown in protection. You're getting help from Cena. He goes outside. We need to reposition and pound and kick out, and mirror that pass rusher. Okay? Juan, pretty good job. Back, I like that you're staying in to help and protect. However, none of the blitz threats came, so we need to be getting into our chair route. Okay, that D end is not your responsibility. Anyway, because of the blown assignment and pass protection here and here, Powell's off the spot. He's got to move. We have a wide open touchdown here, but the ball floats because we got to move in the pocket. We got a lot of traffic. So better job in pass pro would make this a much better throw. G, way to go, attack the football at its highest point and make a play for us. Okay, so a lot to clean up on that one. Okay, we're in triple left. We're in twins. Triple left. Here's the Y, the H, because he's a tight end. He's attached to the formation, the Z, and the X. Okay, very good. We are going to run Z-Jet. So we're going to fast motion over here. We're going to run chug cold. So chug means the H pulls. Okay, chug cold. On the front side, we're all down blocking. So Cena should have an off block here. Okay. Over here, because we have a head-up guy, we should be calling deuce back to the backer, okay? And then Wally, we should be free release to the mic, okay? Then JoJo's going to come in fast. Sorry, this is chug cold. So Dom is going to go pull and kick for the defensive end, and JoJo's going to go wrap and probably get Emmy or whichever linebacker shows here. Okay? The problem we have on this play, the big problem, Juan, is by you, is that we're not really sealing before we wheel. Okay? What's happening here, Cena's guy is 2 gaps over. He's not in this gap, he's in another gap over. Okay? So Cena, he's very far away. This is such a tough block with no help. So Juan, that guy's inside. Seal and wheel means if there's a guy inside, you got to eliminate that threat first. Make sure Cena gets there comfortably before we wheel. Okay? On this rep here, what ends up happening is you don't help the inside at all. Okay? And because you can't help the inside, Cena's so far away, he can't really stop that guy from penetrating. And then it knocks JoJo off his track, and we're all messed up. Okay? Knocks JoJo off his track. We lose a puller to the play side. We got nobody to block this linebacker in the hole because of it. Okay? So really the main problem here is we did not have a good seal by the left tackle before we wheel. That guy's inside. He's your responsibility. You don't go to the end until Cena firmly has 2 hands on that guy. Okay? The other problem with this play, with our fast motion here, okay, good timing on the snap by the quarterback, you just keep running, dude. Okay, Jordan, your responsibility is not to block the DN. That's the left guard. Okay? That's not your job. Keep running. If anything, you probably run and end up hitting Emmy. Okay? But the D end is absolutely not your job, and it just confuses the blocking scheme for the line and for the running back. So we just got to go through on our fast motion. Okay? Let's see. Is this flats? Dig out Nezzy. Good effort, man. Way to keep fighting through the whistle. All right? That's why you're in there, flats. And if you keep blocking like this and making more plays, you can definitely be a guy who competes for starting spot for us. So that looks good. Okay? Check us out on the front side. Deuce there, okay, but Abram, that's not our guy. Stay on your down track. You should get the mic, okay? Wally, the guy's on your track. We hit him. Good job. But we didn't block the mic because Abram went chasing a guy. So when we're down blocking, we got to stay on a 45-degree angle track, and we should have been making a deuce back call anyway. So Abram, we should have come off this block to the next guy over, okay? Overall, pretty good. Let's just check the back and the quarterback real quick. Okay, 6 o'clock. We're staying on the hash. Good. Delgado, I would say you got just a little bit too far over with your counter step. Let's take a shorter step because we're almost running into Jaden or to Powell here. Okay, take a little bit of a shorter step on your counter step. And then finally, dude, you got to stay inside. Okay, the blocking wasn't perfect here. You'd probably be tackled by this guy, but we have a kick out. There's your lane. Okay, we don't bounce on Coy or Chuck. We just don't do it because there's no blocking out there. If anything, the guard is taking the end to the outside. So we got to get vertical, dude. That's got to be a lot better. Okay? So a lot of things to clean up on that play, too. Moving on, play number 3. Here we are in Dub's left, in flanker. We're going to go Z-Jet, act, Coy, cold, H-sail. Act, Coy, cold, H-sail. So quickly, going to drop the routes. We're in fast motion. We're the back pedal check down here. Okay? H-sail, the X on this side is going to run a skinny post, try and clear it out. Okay, hopefully draw the attention of the corner. And then G is going to run a 10-yard stem. He can either break to the back pylon if he thinks he can get over the top of the corner, or if the corner's sinking and cutting off that angle, then we can break to our little 10-yard out here. Okay? So that's what we need routes-wise. So let's just check the routes first before we look at the protection. See and make sure we're all good. So Jordan's in the fast motion, backpedaling to the check down, good. And we have an open throw right here. Okay? So routes look fine. Good job, G, deciding to break this shallow, seeing that corner sitting on top. That's a good job, okay? Pass pro is pretty messed up here, okay? Pass pro is pretty messed up. So we're running act Coy cold. We should be jump setting to our Coy cold gap. So the front side would be down blocking. That means we should have a jump set here, and Cena should be jump setting to that 3 tech. Again, we need a bang, seal, and wheel by the left tackle. Even on act Coy cold, inside gap is yours first. Okay, we don't help the 3 technique. Same problem, Juan, as the last play. We're not helping on the 3 technique, and that's the big issue. Okay, and then Dom's gonna pull on his track like he would in Coy and just settle up and block the D end in pass pro. Okay, a bigger issue though is Wally leaving his responsibility and going to pull. So we talked about this in individuals. We didn't get a chance quite to rep. Well, we did get the chance to rep it in 7-on-7. So we should have an understanding at this point. Act Coy, the Y does not pull because we have pass going on. Protection is a priority, so we're just going to post up on this defensive end and pass protect and run him around the hoop. Instead, Wally, you go to pull. Nobody blocks the D end except for Juan, who should be helping on the 3-tech. And if we look and see this guy here, okay, we're going to get some penetration. Cena's not able to make the block because he's getting no help from Juan. And that's frustrating because the guy's a gap over, and it's a really tough block. So that's just too much to ask of Cena there. Juan's got to provide some help there. And then if Wally was doing his job in blocking the end, Juan could have helped here. But Wally's pulling. So anyway, we talked about some on the field, Powell. It's act, coy, cold, sail. It's not a boot or waggle play. So you need to stay in the pocket. Okay? Act, coy, cold there is good. Now let's just stay in the pocket and go through our reads. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Let's go through our reads. So we're not rolling out unless you hear a boot and waggle call. So again, a lot to clean up there. Okay, we're in twins again. We're in Dubs right. See what we get here. We're going to go H-jet, and we're going to run act, Bama, cold, dagger. Act, Bama, cold, dagger. So this is another pass play off Act Pro. Dagger, we should have free release to Mike, slip to 10, flattened by the Y. That's our first read, okay? If the safety jumps it, we have an alert skinny post by the X, and the Z on the same side should have an outside release dig at 12 as our third option, okay? So routes-wise, we look pretty good on this clip here. Protection-wise, let's see what we should have. So we're, again, in Act Pro. We should be jump setting to our responsibility. If it's Bama cold, the right side should be down blocking to the left. So we should be jump setting here, jump setting here, jump setting here. Okay? JoJo is going to go in fast motion, set up and protection here. Okay? And then the guard's also going to pull and set up and protection here. So we have the DN. Nobody needs to block the DN here. We got 2 guys for him. Okay? Again, Coach Burhop's gone over this with you guys. In Act Bama protection, it's got to be a straight kick for the backside tackle because your help is leaving. You don't have a guard. You don't have an H here. You're one-on-one with the D end. Okay? And then finally, the back. We're going to act coy cold and hopefully work to backside B gap if we can because that's where we're weak, but obviously it's pretty hard to go through all that. So we're going to work to backside B gap. So if we check out the pass pro here, let's freeze it. We're getting to that backside 3-tech. We got a straight kick. We got Torres on the 3-tech, but Abram is base blocking out. There's no need to do that. Let's solidify the middle of the pocket. We have 2 guys coming to block Marley. We don't need a third guy. Okay? Overall, pro's pretty good, and then Tyler setting up to help too, okay? Torres, we lose at the end. We got to play through the whistle. But overall, pretty good. Now, Jaden Fuentes, I love the fact that we're trusting our arm and we're ripping this ball through this window. And if you guys want to get an appreciation for what kind of throw this is, look, the ball's not even out of his hands, and by the time it gets to Wally, he's still in between those 2 guys. I mean, that's just a frozen rope. That's a beautiful throw. This is a small window. Ideally we're trying to get that Will Backer to come down on the Bama fake. It's not happening here, and we're still able to fit this throw in because it's just a 10 out of 10, A+, big-time throw by our quarterback. And that's going to help us win a lot of football games this year. Not to mention a great play by Wally. Okay, Fuentes is trying to throw you into this window. Your momentum's taking you away, and you're able to spin back around, get vertical, and bring that ball in. That's freaking awesome, kid. We know you can make plays. We're going to put you in a position to do that. All right? So skill position-wise, freaking excellent across the board. Okay? Pass pro, pretty damn good. We just need Torres to keep fighting through the whistle here and have Abram go to his down gap, and we're pretty solid. So that was the best play of the film clip so far. Pretty clean for the most part, and a hell of a throw. Just appreciate that. Boom. Big catch. Run after catch. We probably score there with pads on. All right, so now we are in flanker. We're in Trey right gun, 6. So for backs, we're going to start implementing more empty now as we move forward. The numbers tell you where to line up. So just like in the routes, even is to the left, odd is to the right. 8 means you're the number 1 receiver on the outside. 6 means you're the number 2. And if we tagged you 4, you'd be the number 3 on a trip side, okay? If it were an odd number, we would have 5 to make you the number 3 receiver, 7 to make you the number 2 receiver, and 9 to make you the number 1 receiver on the right. So let's be cognizant of that, okay? The tag is 6 here, Trey right gun 6, so that puts Tyler, the running back, in the slot to the left, and we're ready to go play some football, okay? Very good. As far as the route combination that's on, we're going to run double stick. So stick is always called to the Y side. Boom, here. Or if they are playing outside leverage, we can sit down against the zone. Okay. Must outside square cut by the H since we're running double stick. And then we have an outside release fade by the Z. Okay. That's our two high beater. We want to work the middle of the field with stick in our two high coverage looks. Okay. Our one high beater is over here. We should have a shoot on 52. Okay. Even though the back's out of the backfield, we're still tagged 2. So that's a shoot to the left. And then we should have a 3-step slant by the X. Okay. Now, there's 2 problems with this play just as far as the routes and the passing game here. Okay. The first is we get a pretty bad route by Mora. Okay, Mora, you're the number 1 receiver. You're tagged on a slant here, X slant. Okay, as the number 1 receiver, this needs to be a 3-step slant. If you watch the clip, you take 1 step and go to the slant, and you basically run right into Tyler, and there's no spacing and no vertical separation in the passing game. Okay, so as I play this clip through, which Huddle's not really cooperating here. Okay, let's try this one more time. Okay, I can't play the clip now, interestingly. Yeah, wow, never seen that before on any of these. Okay. Let me try refreshing real quick. This is great video content, but I'm definitely not re-recording this stuff, so let's try it again and hope for better results. All right, we should be on play 5. Perfect. Okay, film's working. Back to it. So I just wanted to show with that, Mora, we're taking a 1-step slant. We're running into Tyler. Okay, look, there's no separation. There's nothing. I mean, this is not football, okay? We can't throw to either of you guys right now because you're running right. So outside receiver, we need a 3-step slant. The other problem, Fuentes, even though you wouldn't have got a completion over here due to the bad route, we should be working this side of the field. This is our 1 high beat. A slant flat combination we're going to use to beat 1 high coverages. It's pretty tough, to run double stick into cover 3 with a rolled safety because we've got, 1 defender here, 1 defender here, and 1 over the top of the go route. Luckily, Emmy, doesn't really get his own turn all the way around and isn't able to catch up to G. So we have a little opening, but want to work our 1 high here side and slant shoot combination on the left. Okay. Pass pro wise, we're an empty. Okay. The call's 52, so we're in a full slide right. As always, the tackles are going to kick to the defensive ends. That never changes no matter what the call is. So we're here and we're here. Okay, slide right. Torres, nobody here. Set here, look for work. Okay, Cena, somebody in your gap, that's your guy. Okay, Dom, nobody here. Set here, look for work. That's your guy, and we should be good. So let's play the clip out for Pass Pro and see how we look. And the answer is very clean. That's a great pocket. We can work with this all day. Okay, very good. Okay, so receiver, Mora, we need to clean that up. Quarterback, we need to read the right side of the field. Very good Pass Pro on that one. Okay, we're in twins. We're in tray right. So we have our Y, our H, and our Z on the right side of the field and tray with the X on the back side. Okay, delete that. We're going to run Z jet, act, chug, hot, waggle. Act, chug, hot, waggle. So again, an act protection, we're jump setting to our gaps. Chug hot, the left side would have the right gaps. So we would jump set here, jump set to the closest guy here, jump set here. Okay, Torres is going to pass protect on the D end. Okay, and then we still need a bang, seal, and wheel by Abram. Make sure we secure the inside and then protect on the end. Okay, running waggle here, so we get the Z in jet motion. He's going to go to the wheel. Okay, on the YH side, we went over this in Indies. We'll have the H run the 1-1000, 2-1000 push out. Okay, and then we'll have the Y go to the deep corner route here to take the corner away. Okay, and then our X on the backside is going to run that intermediate crossing route to be our middle option on the play. Okay, as I run the clip through, see how the Pass Pro looks. We're jump setting to the appropriate gaps. Protection looks very good. Abram, good physicality. We're clean. Okay, we come out of this thing, we're reading it low to high. Okay, so even though JoJo's got some separation, Fuentes, we can see that Emmy is running with this route. Okay, or the alley defender in this case is running with this route. And with that being the case, we know that no one can cover this route. So there's enough room to throw the ball here, and I'm comfortable with the fact that you're trusting your eyes and letting it rip. But I do just want to show you that there's more yards to be had if we got to our second read here. Okay, just because it's a progression read, alley defender stays low, we go middle. Okay, that's just the bottom line. I do think Wally, we could have a higher corner route. Remember, your job is to clear this corner out, to get rid of this corner on the right side of the field. It's not necessarily to catch the ball. So by staying flat, you're giving him a chance to make a play on Mora if Fuentes does decide to throw the ball. So that needs to get cleaned up. And then we have the wheel on the backside by Sandoval, which looks good. We're running that corner off, keeping him from following the over route. So pretty good. Fuentes, I would have liked you to throw the over route here. I don't mind throwing this. There's definitely enough space to make that throw. And then JoJo, way to catch the ball. But, dude, you got to just be a football player, man. Everyone was amazed by what you did on the freshman team last year, playing both sides of the ball, being a big factor on offense. I just haven't seen it so far. Like, I feel like when you catch the ball, you don't even want to get upfield, okay? Make a guy miss, okay? Tuck the ball in your right hand. Don't hold it out like a loaf of bread, and go look to run hard and run somebody over. I'm excited to see what you can do when you get pads on, but we need better from you, up until then, okay? All right, we're in twins again. So now we're in Dubs left gun, and the tag for the back is 7. Okay, Dubs left gun 7. So that puts him as the number 2 receiver on the right side. If the call instead was 6, he'd be the number 2 receiver on the left side. Okay, so Dubs left gun 7 is the formation. The motion is H jet, and the call is Q Bama hot cap 2. Okay, so that means the quarterback is running Bama hot. Okay, cap 2, we should have our snap here on the single receiver side. And we should have our key screen here on the 2 receiver side with the F and the X. Okay. O-line wise, we need to take a look at our blocking scheme. So we have a guy head up on the tackle. We should be calling a tray to the mic here. Left guard is uncovered both sides, so he should be free release back. This should be an easy off block for Cena since the guy's one gap over. And then Abram, we should be bang, seal, and wheel with Torres as our pulling lead guard here, okay? The problem with this play is that our front side double team with McGuff and Wally never gets to linebacker. So we do a great job staying thick, okay? At some point, somebody's got to take this block over so that one guy can climb to the Mike backer here. We never get to him, okay? Another problem is Dom, your uncovered play side, your uncovered backside. You need to go and get this backside backer, okay? Torres, we pull up, we get vertical, we see color, we hit color. That's a really good job. And now at least we've secured the first level, and we can have our quarterback make a guy miss in the hole and pick us up a first down on 3rd and 5. Okay, so the only thing really that needs to improve here is our second level blocking, double teaming to that Mike backer, and climbing when we're uncovered. But everything else looks pretty good. Abram, let's check you out. Make sure we have a good bank seal and wheel. We're posting inside first. Nobody there. We block the end. Very good. Okay. We have no snap route by Sandoval here, so that's a minus. We do have our key route, although it's 2/2, so I like the decision to run the ball here, Fuentes. Okay, and then the last thing I'll say is, JoJo, you've gotten so much better at your kick-out blocks on Bama. I'm loving it. We could snap the ball a little sooner here, Fuentes. Okay, if you look, we're clapping. It's just taking Cena a minute to get out, so you're doing as good as you can. Maybe adjust to go a little earlier. But then JoJo's getting upfield to that 15-yard line, contacting the D end and kicking him out. That's a hell of a job. Okay, so a lot of positives on this play, a few things to clean up. Okay, so Fuentes on the wristband, this should have been Dubs left gun, and I think you called it because the receivers are in spread splits here, but then you went under center for some reason. So I know it's a lot to process. Let's go one step at a time. We should be in gun here. However, we're out of timeout, so we're going to go ahead and let this thing run. We're going to run act Bama hot dagger. Okay, so again, jet motion, pass pro, pull, pass pro. Everyone else should be jump setting. So we should be working here. We should give a stab and then base block that defensive end out here, jump set here, jump set here. Okay, McGuff, we don't need to block the end, but if you feel like Dom's got this guy locked up, with inside leverage and you want to help on the end, that's fine. Just make sure we protect the interior first. Okay, so let's look at the protection first before we take a look at the routes. We're off to the 3 technique. Good seal and wheel by Abram. McGuff, way to go inside here. We're nailing down the inside, and that's a really good pocket, guys. Look at that. Clean for the quarterback. And we even have Tyler coming backside to help on any blitzer. Abram, good effort, dude. So yeah, pass pro, very happy with that rep of pass protection. Okay. Route wise, let's see what we got. Again, we're running dagger, so we should get to the mic. Slip to 5. We don't catch the ball, we flatten out at 10. Okay. Skinny post. Here, good win inside to the post. That's going to hold the safety. Okay. If the safety wants to drive the dagger route, this is our throw. And then our last option is the backside dig coming into our vision at 12 yards. Okay. So as we read this thing out, I'm going to look at it from the quarterback perspective here. Okay. Good job getting to 5, Wally, and flattening out. Quarterback, I think this ball's open now. Okay. I think that we got 5 yards of vertical separation on this linebacker. Put a little touch, put it out here. We probably have this completion. Okay. You pull the ball down, you're not ready to throw it. Wait until he comes open in the second window, and that's fine. We end up ripping this thing and getting a completion. Okay. I would have liked to see us throw it on the first window, but I can't complain with this. Throwing the ball when we're comfortable, throwing it to a spot where our guy's open, and with really good ball location at that. Okay. I will just note that, once you decide not to throw on the first window, this safety comes down, and really it should be Mora, who runs a really good skinny post here, vertically stacks, gets open. That's where the ball should be going. Okay, once you decide not to throw on the first window. But again, you're playing with your instincts. You're getting us completions. I want you to keep doing that and just understand little areas where you can refine and improve your game. Okay. On the backside dig, we're in a spread set. We don't need to outside release now. See how we look. Yeah, dude. So I think that's just a little detail. When we're tight, for any Zs or anyone who's running a dig from tight formation, we got to outside release so that we can take advantage of these little gaps in the linebackers, right? But when we run it with a wide split, we don't really care as much because we're so far away from those linebackers. So do what you got to do to beat this corner to the inside, get to 12, and run your route. Your problem here, Sandoval, is you're outside releasing when you really don't need to be, and then you get yourself covered. So little improvement we could have there. Again, the pass pro is awesome. We get a completion. A lot of positives on this play. Just a couple little things to clean up from quarterback perspective and the Z on the dig route there. Okay, now we're in Dub's left gun. We're going to run H-jet, Bama hot, double snap. So double snap, we should have a 5-yard out here, and we should have a 5-yard out here. Okay, we have 2 over 1 here, no bueno, and we have press here. So the snap routes are off. Powell, absolutely the right decision to go ahead and hand the ball off here. Okay, blocking wise. Okay, what we have is Bama hot, so we should be down blocking on the front side. This guy's inside Wally, so he's all yours. Okay. Now, this is where things get a little tricky. It's kind of tough to tell if this tackle is in a head-up technique or if he's in a 2-eye and maybe just a step inside of Dom. But whatever you guys think it is on the field is all that matters. So if we run this clip through, let's see. I'm going to assume that we called this a base block for Dom. Okay, I'm going to assume that McGuff determined this guy's inside and that we're going to tray this thing to the mic. Okay, if that's true, then that needs to be communicated, and Dom needs to understand that this is his guy, and not only that this is his guy, but that guy needs to go here when we're running Bama hot. We cannot allow that guy to win to the outside. So I think there's a lapse in communication going on offensive line-wise here because basically that 3-tech comes through untouched, okay? Gives you a good little swim move, but we gotta get hands on that guy and finish the rep, okay? Good effort, okay, but we lose the rep early because we're chasing, okay? That guy goes away. Well, actually, he sticks into the B gap now, or this. So this should be McGuff taking this thing over, to be fully honest, because he's going away from Dom. So after watching it again, I really do think that McGuff should peel off. The B gap is his responsibility since this guy runs a twist here, okay? But either way, we got to communicate this stuff out and block the first level. If we don't block the first level, we're not going to have a lot of successful run plays, okay? What I do like about this rep is Wally, your physicality at the point of attack, really, locking up with his defensive end. And even though we're not able to move him, we're able to stick on him and prevent him from getting the tackle. And then JoJo, also really good job of coming to the heels of your tight end. You don't see a D end. You keep climbing. You get the strong safety. That's perfect. And Torres, good job. Skip pulling, getting through the hole. Okay. Brownell, we score a touchdown here. But, dude, Bama's an inside run, man. You follow your guard inside. You put your head down. You take it the easy way. Okay. You ran yourself an extra 20 yards when you could have cut this thing up for 5, put your head down, and got us a touchdown. Okay. So we don't want to bounce on Bama, guys. We absolutely do not want to bounce on Bama. Follow your guard, okay, and get vertical. Okay, for the most part, this is pretty good. Cena, we should be working a backside backer here. We don't. That's a minus. This guy's 3 gaps over now, Cena. He's not your guy. Let Abram handle him. Okay, let's go to backside backer here, uncovered. Okay, Abram, seal and wheel. We're good. If there's 2 off the edge, we can't get this guy. No big deal. Okay, so pretty decent offensive line wise. Need to secure the first level, particularly this guy. Work that out with Coach Burhop. And then we need to see our back follow the guard and get vertical on Bama. Okay, 2 more plays. All right, we're in flanker. We're in Dub's left gun. Okay, the call here is 52 Y sail hail swap. Okay, Y sail hail swap. So on the sail side, we're in spread. We have an outside release go here. Good split. We have our 12-yard out route by the Y on sail, and we're in 52, so we should have a 1-yard shoot route by the back. Okay, that's our 1 high answer. Okay, our 2 high answer on the backside is hail swap. So we have an inside release hitch by the outside receiver and an outside release hitch by the inside receiver. Okay, now we get 1 high coverage here, so we should be working the sail concept. However, a little caveat to this is usually in 1 high we'd have this guy over here and this guy in his position. So basically, even though it's 1 high, we have 2 guys positioned in an outside position to take away outside breaking routes, and that's where our routes are going. So actually, I don't mind the decision at all to work hail swap here. I'm not sure if you were thinking or processing all that, Powell, but we end up in the right place anyway. Okay, make sure we run the right routes here. Have a check. Wally, get a little bit more vertical on your sail route. We should be stemming that to 12. Okay, you break it off a little early. Okay, we have a shoot, we have our go, so we're good. Hail swap, looks good. We pull the alley defender. G comes open. G just makes sure we're getting to 5. Good job waiting to hold to your spot, backpedal over there, and we get a completion. Okay, pass pro wise, 52. We should be sliding to the right, so kicks for the tackle on the DNs. I think this is Marley. You got nobody here. Find work. Okay, center, the gap to your right is yours. It's covered. There's yours. And then Dom, we got the 1 tech over here. Okay, so we play the clip. Let's take a look at our pocket. Clean pocket. Okay, Dom, you lose, but your effort wins the day. Your effort wins the day. Okay, we want to try and get squared up with this guy. He's able to slip us inside. Good job continuing to fight through the rep. Okay, I would like to see us a little bit lower in pass pro, and our base is just a little bit too wide here, and we're losing balance. But I love the effort. Good kick step, McGuff. Pretty solid play. Way to get a completion. Keep us out of the chain. 2nd and 5. Okay. Last play here. We're going to go Trey left. We're going to go Z switch. Okay. So one thing to note, I talked to you about this, Jordan. When we switch, we want to switch to where we were at previously. Okay. So we're at the edge of the line of scrimmage at the Z. When we switch, we're switching basically into duo left. So we have a nice little gap here. I want to see you stop your motion, especially because we're running sail. I want to see you stop that motion right here inside of the X, okay? So that we can kind of get that stemming action on our sail combo, okay? Instead, you motion outside the X, and the problem with that is now he's not able to protect your route with his post route. And again, we're having problems with huddle, so I'll reload last time of the video since we only have 1 more play left. Let me get this up and running again. Okay, play 11. So yeah, we're just trying to switch motion into that little gap between the right tackle and the X so that we're able to have the X protect our route with his post route. What happens is when we motion outside of the X, the corner can sit on our route and play into his zone, right? And the safety can just wait and pick up the post, okay? When we run together, the corner is more likely to be dragged in by the post and open up sail for us. So just a little bit out of position on the motion here. No big deal, okay? Sail combination, we should be having, oh my goodness, I don't know why this keeps happening. Okay, I'm not going to draw anything this time because I don't want the video to freeze up. So as we go through this, what we should have on sail is a post route for our X receiver. Up to 10, skinny. Okay, we should have a 10-yard stem, and the Z can either set it high and run by the corner, or if the corner's on top, he can flatten out. And then we should have the F on a check down and act coy cold. Okay, so finish coy cold fake, get to your check down to the shoot. Okay, O-line wise, pretty good job. Okay, Dom, we got to get a little bit deeper on our pulls when we're in act coy or act chug. Okay, so that we have a chance to get an end who's flying upfield like this. Okay, we don't touch him because we're too close to the line of scrimmage. So we want to get upfield on our pulls when we're running. When we're passing, we want to get a little deeper and give ourselves a chance. Okay, finally, both tight ends pull here. Okay, it's act chug. Okay, if it were chug, the H should pull. Okay, but it's act chug. Nobody should pull. We should have two guys blocking the D end here. McGuff and Dom should be able to take care of this guy here, and Cena should be able to get the other one tech. Okay. Instead, we have both our tight ends pulling. They're lost in the sauce. Act chug. We got to stay and block the defensive end. Okay. So pretty bad pass pro. At least Brownell is able to chip and stop this F on his way. Okay. And then the Z comes open by running a good route, backing that corner off with a good violent stem. Okay. And ultimately breaking out to that 10-yard out. So we have a play here because Brownell chips in pass pro and because we get a good route, but still some things to clean up. So, hey guys, I mean, productive practice in terms of production, no doubt about it. But as you can see, there's still a lot to clean up. So come back to the field Monday for our next practice, and let's be ready to roll and get better. We're pretty close to Pats here. Have a good night, everybody. Talk to you soon.